How are you guys doing today? Welcome to the Progressive Action TV show. My name is Tremel Thompson. We're going to discuss something very, very, very important today. I'm tired of the foolery. I'm tired of this fake unity call. I'm tired of people not giving us the credit in which we deserve. I'm tired of people stealing and trying to hijack our message, the progressive action message. Yes. I'm just tired of it, man. I think I've been quiet long enough. And I can't afford for the members to continue to get fooled and bamboozled. I just can't afford it. Because the only thing it's going to do is just hurt the members, right? I'm telling you guys, this is a very, very, very important live show. So what I suggest is that you guys definitely share out this show, because I want to explain to you guys why progressive action, progressive change is not unifying with whatever Evangeline got going on over there. We are not going to do it. And I'm going to explain to you guys. Now, do we believe that unifying is important? Of course. I've been unifying people since I started progressive action, right? That's one of my basic foundations, right? Unifying specifically during a contract year is very important. Very important. We don't need 2-3 slates. But we also don't need the lies, the deceit, because it's not going to help anyone. It's just going to hurt, the members. So I definitely need you guys to share out this show. And I want to show you guys exactly why we're not unifying. Because people say all day, yo, why you not unifying? You guys should come together, and you guys should do this, and you guys should do that. We agree. But those are not the right people to be unifying with. We're not unifying with Evangeline and company at all, right? So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna play videos. I'm gonna play clips of things. I'm going to show you guys how our whole progressive action slogan was hijacked. I'm going to show you guys the subs that they do on that side of that side of the town while they preaching unity, which makes no sense. And the basic lies and the deceit and the misinformation. I'm going to show all you guys that, so you guys could stop asking me, Tremel, why aren't you uniting? Progressive action, why aren't you guys uniting? Once I finish this video, you guys are going to understand why progressive action and progressive change is not uniting. So first, you know what? They hate when I do this. So let me start off with this. Donate. If you want to donate, you could donate via Cash App. They hate when I do that for some reason. But let's get, why did that leave the screen? Let me see something real quick. I don't know why that did that. But yeah, so let's start off with this. This is Evangeline's. Let me make this a little smaller so I won't be blocked. So this is Evangeline logo. And that is our logo. The Progressive Action logo and our slogan is on the left, and Evangeline's is on the right. Do you guys see any similarities here? This is where they hijack, our movement, right? If you look to the left, progressive action, stronger together. Doesn't that sound familiar? Where did Evangeline get that from? Where did she get stronger together from? She got it from progressive action, right? Not only did she take our slogan and steal it and try to use it for her campaign as if she created this herself, she also took the hands. Look at the hands in ours. You see ours, the progressive action, we have the black and white person basically shaking hands, stronger together. She has her logo shaking hands. Now, I don't know who her logo is shaking hands with. Looks like the devil. But it's a straight hijack and ripoff of what Progressive Action is doing. And that New Visions is not her idea either. That New Visions came from LaShawn Craig. That's not hers either. So you guys are asking us to unite with someone who don't even have any originality, who's hijacking and stealing other people slogans and mottos, which we had last year. Our buttons is from 2018. That is our slogan from last election. She basically took that. Now, let me clear this up real quick. Like I said, I'm gonna play a host of videos and a host of pictures just to show you guys how we are being hijacked. You guys are actually asking us to unite with our replicas. It makes no sense, right? So here we have here. She had a meet and greet. Matter of fact, she got it coming up. It says June 5th, right? She has a meet and greet at Sugar Hill Restaurant. For those who don't know, Progressive Action have been using Sugar Hill Restaurant since we started Progressive Action. Everyone knows that. You would think that there's no other restaurant, there's no other meeting space, there's no nothing to use besides Sugar Hill. First of all, I have a personal relationship with, I call them my family at Sugar Hill. I have known them for over 20 years, right? I have known them for over 20 years. They treat me like family. They let me use their space. And that's where I've been holding all my Progressive Action events at Sugar Hill. Coincidentally, she chooses Sugar Hill. But look, this is an example. This is our event. We had brunch at Sugar Hill. This is only a few. We had a fundraiser at Sugar Hill. We had our women's brunch at Sugar Hill. We had a meeting, a regular meeting at Sugar Hill. Sugar Hill is where we do all of our events at. This is not no secret. So when you guys keep saying, you know, you guys need to unite, you guys need to unite, you guys need to unite, what are we uniting with? Our replicas. We're not going to do that, right? And this is not even the major part of the problem. We're about to get to the major part of the problem. If you just tuning into the show, I need you guys to share out the show because I'm not going to repeat any of this moving forward. When you guys say, why you not uniting, I'm just going to send you guys this video and that's going to be that. That's going to be that. We're not going to do that. So share out this video. Share out this video. So, now, like I said, they keep talking about unity, right? Now, I have never in my life seen such contradictory statements. And I'm talking about in a matter of minutes. We talking about there's videos being made where problematic videos. And I don't know how the members, how y'all falling for this. I don't know how you guys don't see it. But I'm actually tired of it, right? She made a video yesterday, I think, or the day before yesterday. She made a video, right? Once again, she's calling for unity. Okay. First half of the video, she's calling for unity. Second half of the video, she's bashing. We talking about in a matter of a couple of minutes, and it makes absolutely no sense. So I'm gonna play the first part of the video where she's calling unity, and then I'm gonna get into the next part of the video. Listen loud and clear.
For my team and any other team, everybody has to come together. It is what we must do in the best interest of TWU Local 100. We all know what is at stake. We all know what is happening. The members are relying on us to pull through for them. For them, everybody can't run. So they're relying on us to be able to do this, to get it together, to pull it through. To pull through. So I'm continuing to stand on my my stance when I talk about unity and us coming together is what we have to do. It's what we must do. It is not an option. It is what we have to do. Everybody knows.
Now, she said everybody must come together, and it's something that we must do and we have to do. She's right. It's something that we must do, and it's something that we have to do. And we do need a unified front to take down a machine like Stand United. But what I don't understand is that in one part of her video, she's talking about unity. All right, cool. Now, in this part of the video, listen to what she's saying.
And able to communicate with both sides. Not someone who doesn't know about the different departments. You have to know, and I'm talking about Paulie Navarro because I don't throw subs, right? If I'm going to address you, I'm going to say your name, right? So there'll be no confusion ever. If I'm coming for you, I'm going to say your name. So I'm going to talk about Mr. Paulie Navarro right now. Mr. Paulie Navarro is running for president of TW Local 100. If you've watched his videos, he has no knowledge of the other departments. He only understands MOW. He does not understand the contractual language and how to negotiate on behalf of TWU Local 100. He's never sat through contract negotiations. As a matter of fact, he was elected to be chair and resigned and gave up his seat to someone else. He'll tell you he did it because for whatever reason. But if you were elected to be the chair of a department, why are you resigning your position to give it to someone who the members did not elect?
Now, there was a lot to unpack there. Now, within that same video, minutes later, she's throwing shots at the same people that she allegedly want to unite with. Now, who would want to unite with someone? And we talking about in a matter of minutes, who say we need unity and then constantly bash and go from hot to cold. And then we talking about in a matter of minutes. That was the same video in a matter of minutes. She went from hot to cold. Now, she went from we need to unite to I don't throw subs to Paulie doesn't know about the different departments. He only understands MOW. He doesn't understand the contractual language and how to negotiate on behalf of TWU Local 100. Why would you want to unite with someone that you got so much negative attributes about? Why would I want to unite with you if you only thing you do is talk negatively about me? That makes absolutely no sense. And this is the person who you guys are supporting for president. That's kind of crazy. She said Paulie resigned his elected seat and gave it to someone else. She said Paulie gave up his seat to give it to someone who the members didn't elect. We're going to touch on that. A lot of what she says is problematic and make no sense. But just because she speaks, now I'm going to give this her, she speaks with authority. People will take what she says as truth. She's loud, right? She speaks with aggression. If you don't know any better of the information, then you're going to take what she's saying as law. But if you know the information, you're not going to be fooled, no matter how loud she raises her voice, no matter what the case is, right? It's a lot of misinformation that she gives. Now, once again, she said Paulie gave up his elected seat. Right now, she is on the e-board. She should know the bylaws and know that a candidate cannot give up their seat. It's right there in the bylaws. We could read it right here. In the event of a vacancy occurring on the executive board more than 18 months before the next election, it should be filled within 60 days by electing among the members of the division in which the vacancy occurred. So look, let me read C and D too. Where a vacancy occurs during 18 months prior to the next regular election, it shall be filled by appointment by the executive board. D, if a vacancy occurs among the officers of any division or section, the vacancy will be filled in the same manner as specified in paragraphs B and C in section 9. Now look, check this out. If there's more than 18 months to the next election, you can't give up your seat. You have to go through another election for that vacancy. If it's less than 18 months to the next election, you can't give up your seat. The E-board has to appoint someone. So how can Paulie, she said Paulie gave up his seat and gave it to someone the members didn't elect. She's on the E-board. This is in the bylaws. She should know this like the back of her hand. But because she want to give out wrong information and say that he gave up his seat, no candidate could give up their seat and hand it to someone else. It does not work like that. She's on the E-board and she should know that. But like I said, for the people who don't know, she speaks with confidence. She speaks strong. She's loud. You will believe every word that she says, and that is completely, completely wrong. What she said in that recent video, you know, with that. Now, another thing. She's running for president, right? Which means that our life and livelihood can be at risk. And we must scrutinize everything that's going on. We must scrutinize how she voted in the past elections. We must scrutinize everything, right? So a lot of people may not know this. One thing that she did that was mind-boggling to all of us was she voted and abstained from our last contract. She abstained from our last contract, which means that she did not take a stance. I'm going to play the video so you guys can hear her say this yourself. This is who you guys want for president, right? Let's listen to the video.
Comes to the contract, let me just get to how we voted. There were 39 people that voted for the contract. 4 people voted no. And 4 of us voted to abstain. I was one of the ones voted to abstain. I'm not sure if I can tell how everybody else voted, but I'll tell you how I voted, and I voted to abstain. I'll explain what I did first, and then I'll go into talking about the contract. The reason why I voted to abstain on the contract is because that everything in the contract that was presented to us was not bad. However, I had a problem with the fact that we were not given a copy of the contract to actually sit down and to go over as far as a tangible document in our hand. It was presented to us on the screen. It was presented to us line by line, precept beyond precept, and there were a lot of I can't say what was missing because we didn't get to see like the whole entire document, and a lot of the language in the contract was to be agreed upon.
Let's analyze what she said. So let me make this clear. The person who wants to run for president abstained from our last contract, didn't take a stance on our last contract, but she wants to be president now, right? Now, she said a lot of problematic things in this video. Now, what's the sense on being on the E-board if you're going to abstain on voting on a contract? That's one of the most important things to vote on in this union is the contract, and you chose to abstain. Let's think about this for a second, people. This is her words. She chose to abstain. She voted to abstain. Only 4 people voted no on a contract, and they was all from RTO. She also said that everything in the contract wasn't bad. Huh? There was some good things in that contract. We talking about a contract, one of the worst contracts in history of TWU Local 100 we received last time. And she said that everything in the contract isn't bad. So she's running for president. And if the last contract is her measuring stick, what can we expect if she's really president? This is why I'm saying that you guys really have to pay attention. And if everything in the contract wasn't so bad, then why are you fighting Tony Utano? Why you want to run for president? Because if I think everything wasn't bad, then I think that the president is doing a hell of a job. He's doing a good job. So now, why is everything so bad? You said when you voted on the contract and you abstained that everything wasn't bad. But why is everything so horrible now? Now, she cannot say that she abstained from the contract because for any reason, because based on the wage percentages alone of our last contract, that should have been enough to take a stance for a no vote. That alone should have been enough for a no vote. You wouldn't need to see anything else. I mean, if you listen to her video, she talks about transit workers can't afford to live in the city in which they live. That's actually my narrative. She took that from me too. But she didn't vote no to a contract that didn't meet those demands, right? That doesn't allow transit workers to live in the city in which they work. Does that make any sense? Does that make any sense at all? John Ferretti, let me ask you a question. Do you agree with that? I mean, I'm quite sure now you probably agree with it because you know you're running for RTO VP up under her, but you know that's not the right thing. You know that you criticized her from abstaining from the contract. You know that the contract was definitely a no vote, but you supporting Evangeline for president. That makes sense. But just in case you decide to flip-flop, let's play your video on what you said about the last contract.
What is the main reason why you should vote no on this contract? And the main reason you should vote no on this contract is because we, as residents of New York City, as transit workers, can simply not afford the conditions of this contract. And because your union leadership is lying, and we all know they're lying, that 2% a year is going to help your family keep pace with the real cost of living in New York City. Con Edison, for example, raising electric rates next year, 2020, January 2020, 4.2%, raising gas rates 7-point-something%. And they continue to go up every year for the next 3 years. We all know about the rising price of food. We all know about the rising price of housing in New York City. And we all know it's not 2%. And if you vote yes, you're agreeing that these lies are reality, and they're not. You know, you ever
So Ferretti, you are supporting someone who didn't take a stance on the contract, who you yourself knew, you were smart enough to know that a no vote was needed this contract. You were smart enough to know yourself. That's why you made this video saying that it's very important that we vote no. And you were right on that, right? But the person that you supporting for president said that everything in the contract wasn't bad. Well, what part of the contract wasn't bad? This is one of the worst contracts that we ever received as transit workers. You know that, John. And since we on John Ferretti, one of the things that made me do this video today is that John Ferretti, he has been subbing me for a very long time on his platform. He's been talking about me for a very long time. I have been ignoring him. But now I'm clapping back. You know, nothing is getting away now. You know, it is what it is. They created this situation. I'm gonna clap back on it. And the role that Evangeline played in this is that she's trying to act like she's the voice of reason and that she's the bigger person and these two men is bickering and she's bigger than all this. No, Evangeline is right in line with this John Ferretti attacks. She's right in line with it. Like I said, she just had a unity brunch at Sugar Hill, once again, my restaurant. And she allowed John Ferretti to throw shots at me at a unity brunch. Who goes to a unity brunch saying that you want unity, but actually go there to exhibit toxic behavior? Who does that? Let's listen to John Ferretti throwing shots at myself and Progressive Action at EVangelines Unity Brunch. Check it out.
This is a small step in the right direction. But for those who are not here, the question is, what does unity look like for you? Who do you have unity with? Because it seems to me you have unity with superintendents. You have unity with those who will be on your show, on your radio show. You have unity with those who feed you information. But where's the unity that allows the voice of the membership to be heard? Where is the democracy that you want to bring? And if you're not practicing it now, how can I believe that you're going to practice it later? So in any case, thanks so much for everybody to be here. I look forward to people's contributions.
So at EVangelines' so-called Unity Brunch, her VP for RTO was throwing shots as usual at a Unity Brunch. Let's think about that for a second. At a Unity Brunch, her VP is throwing shots at me and Progressive Action. Now, he said, and I'm quoting, because it seems to me you have unity with superintendents. It seems to me you have unity with people who come on your show. You have unity with those who feed you information. Let's think about this for a second, guys. Let's really think about this. So let me get this clear. I have a group of superintendents with whom I have made allies with, putting their careers on the line to take down the same culture that Ferretti complains about in each and every single last one of his posts and videos. He's mad because I infiltrated management to snitch on managers to expose the true conditions of New York City transit. He's mad that I created allies with people who want to see the same change that we want to see. Are you serious? He has a problem with that. Are you serious? Then he says, where's the unity that allows the voices of the members to be heard? Where's the democracy that I want to bring? Now, can someone tell me, please tell me, write it in the comments. Can you please tell me how I'm suppressing anyone's voice from being heard? How is Tremel Thompson suppressing or oppressing anyone's voice from being heard? I have the biggest Facebook group that transit has ever seen. People can make live videos in there. People can post their comments in there. Members' voices are heard every single day. So what is he talking about? What is the unity that allows members' voices to be heard? Now, I'm going to tell you guys what Ferretti really means by that. What he really means is that I don't share my platform with him so he could get clout and recognition. This is all about Ferretti. This is all about him pulling stunts. This is all about how Ferretti could use or colonize someone else's platform and how basically using people. Leech. That's what we call him in the hood, leech. I refuse to let John Ferretti come on my platform to use me. I refuse to do that. That's the position that I'm taking. I don't have to let him do it. He could build his own platform and he could use himself. He claims that he's this fighter. He's this revolutionary. He's this fight back guy. Well, where is it? It show me. Where is it at? Only thing you do is cry and complain about what other people is doing, but you're not saying anything that you're doing and what you're trying to do or what you're actually doing to make things better for the members. So let's cut it out, all right? Let's cut it out. Now, it gets better. It gets better. I need you guys to listen to this right here. I need you guys to listen to this right here. Listen to this right here. It gets better.
The field that organizes members to fight back now, before the elections, before the change happens that we need, We need an opposition that shows it can fight and shows it can lead. The membership being there. And so that's why we need all those voices heard as much as possible. And it's not, and you can have as many followers on Facebook as you want. You can get as many views on Facebook as you want. It is not reality. It is virtual reality. We need an opposition that goes out to the field, that organizes members to fight back now, before the elections, before the change happens that we need. We need an opposition that shows it can fight and shows it can lead. The membership being there. And so that's why we need all those voices heard as much as possible. And it's not, and you can have as many followers on Facebook as you want. You can get as many views on Facebook.
Now listen to what he said. I mean, these people is really crazy, and these are the people that y'all saying that we should unite with. Y'all, man, y'all really crazy. He said that you can have as many followers on Facebook as you want. You can get as many views as you want. It's not reality. It is virtual reality. Now, the truth is that these guys really snakes, and they jealous of everything that I got going on right here. They jealous of Progressive Action. They jealous of my team. That's what it comes down to, right? Now, he mentions views and followers and saying it's not reality. It is virtual reality. That's what he called it. He said it is virtual reality. Well, Ferretti, I need you to explain this to me. If it's so inconsequential, if views and followers is so inconsequential, then why are you paying for views and followers? See, you guys think that you smarter than me. You guys really don't know how the internet work. So you guys can actually go to John Ferretti page, his local 100 Fight Back page, and you can look under transparency, and you can see all the ads that he paid for. You can see all the videos he promoted to get more views and more followers to his page. So if it's a virtual reality thing, John Ferretti, why are you paying? You want to know why you paying? Because you want to compete with me. You could go to Progressive Action TV page, click on transparency, and see that we didn't do any of the things that you do. You actually paying money to compete with this virtual reality person. These guys is such hypocrites. And these are the people that y'all saying that we should be uniting with. Then they spending money to compete with me. I mean, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. But the sad part is that they throw shots. They think that we not going to do the research. They think that we not paying attention. Oh, we paying attention to everything, to everything, to everything. We got new lawyers. We got everything. It's going down. Y'all go watch your mouth one way or the other. I'm telling you. Right. So he also said we need an opposition that goes out into the field, that organize the members to fight back now, before the elections, before the change that we need. Well, Ferretti, look at this. And this is just a few of the things that us at Progressive Action organized before the election. You know, that foolery that you was talking about, this is just a few, right? This is the biggest cleaners rally ever in the history of Local 100 in front of 2 Broadway. We brought out over 300 people. The biggest rally ever for cleaners. This was done by Tremel Thompson and Progressive Action, okay? This is our Do Nothing rally in front of the Union Hall. We brought out over 100 people in beach chairs and beach balls to do nothing, the same thing that our union reps be doing in the Union Hall, and why we getting our butts kicked on the field and management is killing us and all this other stuff. We had a Do Nothing rally in front of the Union Hall. Hey, Ferretti, look at this. Isn't that you right there, right next to me? This looked like an organized event to me. I see a lot. I see Rich is there. Everybody know the issues that we had. I see Evangeline there. I see Joe Campbell. Everybody know the history that we had. It looks like I put together an event that got people together. So what are you talking about? Hold on, I'm not done, Ferretti. Well, look at this. Ferretti at one of my events, he attended a whole bunch of my events, but I pulled this one up. Ferretti at one of my events, Progressive Action, Tremel Thompson event, holding up a racist MTA sign, a sign that I made that I gave to him to hold up. He was at one of my events. This is something else that I had did Ferretti, where we went up to the Union Hall. I got some people to go up to the Union Hall, probably like about 40 people to go up to the Union Hall and demand answers from their union reps. That was done, Ferretti. So when you say we need an opposition that goes out into the field, that organize the members to fight back now before the elections, before the change that we need, who are you talking about? See, that's the thing. You guys go on your platforms and you go lying to the little bit of followers that you have in hopes that you will fool them with technology, with deceit, with misinformation. But we got the receipts for ready. All right. And I'm not done yet. We do an annual assault rally. Think you was at a few of them, right, Ferretti? But check this out for the people who don't know about this assault rally that we do.
Enemies, look at that. Look at this sign right here. I had to blow it up. A person threatened us on Twitter. And the MTA was more worried about the train and the location. Where you at? I got on Twitter so quick and added the MTA and said all the tweets you ignore every day. And even the tweets of mine you ignore. You gonna answer this man who blatantly threatened us. About 30 minutes later, they said, you know what, you're right. We shouldn't have answered that. We take threats on employees serious. You guys make too much money, 6 figures, for a little $60,000 guy to be coming up with the master plans. I think y'all should put me in this building if I'm coming up with the master plans. What y'all getting paid to do?
But what is Ferretti talking about? I mean, they go on these platforms and lie and circle jerk each other and, you know, all this weird behavior, all this stems from hate, right? All this stems from hate, but this is the same people that y'all telling us we should unite with. What are we uniting with? What are we uniting with? I'm not done with Ferretti because it gets better. It gets better. Ferretti, remember this? And to keep this in perspective, Ferretti said these things a couple of weeks ago. So all this time they screaming unity. They throwing shots, they throwing subs, and it's all co-signed by EVangeline. She co-signed all this. Only time she started complaining is when you see when I started answering back, because when I start talking, people get to listening because I provide receipts, invoices. But let's listen to this next Ferretti clip because I got to show you guys how hypocritical these people are. So check it out.
A political office off of my popularity in transit. None of us have ever done that. None of us have ever made it about ourselves. What we have made it about is this is not a podcast. I'm not selling t-shirts out here. I don't have my Venmo up here. I don't have PayPal up here. I'm not looking to get elected to a political office off of my popularity in transit. None of us have ever done that. None of us have ever made it about ourselves. What we have made it about is this is not a podcast. I'm not selling t-shirts out here. I don't have my Venmo up here. I don't have PayPal up here. I'm not looking to get.
Speaking of PayPal and Cash App, I just put my Cash App on the screen. But let's break down some more of his lies, right? He said, this is not a podcast. I'm not selling shirts out here. Throwing shots at Progressive Action and myself. I don't have Venmo up here. I don't have PayPal up here. Okay, so let's break it down, Ferretti. Ferretti, you are doing a podcast. The difference is you are doing a failed podcast. So to avoid looking like a failure, you're going to say, oh, I'm not doing a podcast. Then what are you doing? What are you doing? You're doing a podcast. It's a failed podcast, but you're doing a podcast, my friend. Right? Stop being funny. He's saying Ferretti, and let's be real. He says, I'm not selling shirts. He's not selling shirts, right? Ferretti, the reason why you're not selling shirts is because nobody is buying no Local 100 Fight Back shirt. You're not marketable. It's not a brand. it stands for nothing. It stands for nothing. If you ask me, it's a whole bunch of parasites. And I'm not going to say everybody's a parasite on Local 100 Fight Back, but maybe Local 100 Fight Back will do better without Ferretti leading the charge. Maybe you guys need to do something with him, right? Because he seems to be the issue. He seems to be the one to keep you guys always into some drama. He seems to be the one that's bringing all the negativity. He seems to be the one to be the catalyst to failure for you guys. It's Ferretti. Now, he tried to throw shots and say that, I put my PayPal, I put my Cash App up on the screen. But I think Ferretti forgot about something, right? Ferretti, didn't you have a GoFundMe up at one time when the MTA wasn't paying you while you was out on comp? You had a GoFundMe, right? So let me get this right. I can't put up a Cash App or fundraise to provide information to the members on a high level way, but you can have a GoFundMe for your own personal needs, right? Like I say, when you guys get me started, you guys get me started. Ferretti, you remember this? Do you remember this GoFundMe that you have? Do you remember this? You raised $3,276, right? For your own personal use. This was not to help educate the members. This was not used to help inform anyone. This wasn't helped for any type of charity to do any kind of work in the community. This was strictly to feed John Ferretti. Now, this is the thing with this, right? What he's not going to tell you guys is that he actually got reimbursed by the MTA. I'm going to say allegedly. He allegedly got reimbursed by the MTA. So that $3,200 is actually an extra $3,200 in his pocket, allegedly. So, Ferretti, are you going to return the members their $3,200 since you got your money back from workers' comp, allegedly? Are you going to be honest about returning the members back their money because they thought that you was in a jam and to help you out that you was in a jam, but you actually allegedly got reimbursed your money by the MTA? I would like for you to return people back their money. Since you're worrying about the money I'm collecting to provide information to the members, maybe you need to worry about returning that money back to the members because you didn't take a loss. This was a plus for you. All right? So let's stop worrying about what I'm doing here. Now, Ferretti also said, I'm not looking to get elected to political office off of my popularity in transit. Now, let's get this clear. Tremel Thompson is popular in transit because he puts his career on the line to fight for workers. I put my career, my livelihood on the line to fight for workers. I'm not popular because I play basketball in transit. I'm not popular because I do gymnastics. I'm not popular because I got the best car here. I got the biggest house. I'm not popular because of that. I'm popular for a reason. I'm popular because the members recognize and realize that I am actually laying it all on the line for them. Right? Don't get mad because they see through all your BS, John Ferretti. Do not be mad at me that I'm vibrating with the members on a higher frequency than you because I am coming more correct than you. I'm being more honest than you. But these are the guys that y'all want us to unite with. And the funny thing is that Evangeline knows that her candidate is doing this. She pays attention to his lives. She watches his lives. But they disguise this whole unity thing, and it's really a toxic environment that they are spewing all over the internet. I'm just answering back. And I'm going to tell you this. If this is what their version of unity looks like, say unity in one part of a video and then start throwing dirt in the next part of the video, stealing people ideas, not giving credit, plagiarism, straight live plagiarism, hating on live shows, worrying about what we doing. If that's what unity look like, we don't want no part of it at all. We don't want no part of what you guys call unity. This is not unity. This is dysfunction. This is dysfunction. That's exactly what it is. Now, speaking of misinformation, we're going to touch on some more misinformation that Evangeline is delivering across the property, man. So she put this up the other day. And just because she has a commanding, loud, assertive voice, people take what she say as law. It's a lot of misinformation that she gives out, a whole bunch. But if you don't know no better, you would take it as truth. That's the danger in Evangeline. If she was giving out excellent, true information, I would salute her. Like I would salute her grind. I think that no one grinds like her as far as campaigning, right? She's out there. The reason she's out there is because she's being opportunist right now. But she's out there. Her grind is superb. But she's out there grinding, giving out the wrong information. Just because you're out there grinding don't mean it's a good grind. It's a bad grind too, right? So she posted this on her page the other day, and she said, she got her arms crossed like Selena on Bonds, by the way. Look kind of crazy. But if you are assaulted or injured on your way to work, 30 minutes before or after you sign out from work, you are entitled to workers' compensation. And she put, note, this only applies if you are commuting via the train or bus or at your job location where you report for work 30 minutes before your tour. This is 100% false. This is so far from the truth that it's hard to believe that this is the person that wants to run for president of Local 100. And you know, I don't blame her a little bit of followers because you guys just don't know better. That's why we have shows like Progressive Action to actually educate you guys, to actually show receipts of information that we talk about. We rarely talk about information without putting something on the screen or pointing you in the right direction so you can learn yourself. But and the truth is that her followers, just like my followers, are seeking information, but they don't know if the information is good or bad until something happened and they try to apply the information that she gave and they see that it doesn't work. But this right here is a cold-blooded lie. It's a cold-blooded lie. Now, if she's telling the truth, tell her to get on Zoom with a lawyer. Tell her to have ferretti, get a lawyer on their Zoom. Let the lawyer say what firm they calling from and to confirm that this is true. See, workers' comp is not contractual. Workers' comp is workers' comp law, which means that it's legislative, right? So if she's saying that we are entitled to workers' compensation 30 minutes before or after our tour, there should be some type of law somewhere some type of paperwork where we can go and look and say, hey, yeah, this is law. This is true. But there's no law that says that we covered 30 minutes after or 30 minutes before our tour. And you guys need to start asking her, well, if that's true, can you put it up on her screen? Can she make a photocopy and hold it up so we can read it? Can she do something? Because this misinformation is only going to hurt us, the members. This is misinformation. Now, like I said, tell her to get a lawyer on the line and tell the lawyer to say that this is without a doubt true. Now, I'm going to tell you what's true. What's true is that every workers' comp case is not the same. Right? So you have some workers' comp cases where after they signed out of work, they could possibly get covered for workers' comp. You have workers' comp cases that it will happen at work and workers' comp won't pay them. So how does this make sense that 30 minutes before or after your tour, you will be entitled to workers' compensation. But if you get injured at work, you may not be entitled to workers' compensation, because everyone knows that the MTA will controvert your claim, and then you have to fight. And actually, some people lose their claims. Someone called me the other day and they lost their claim. They lost their claim. So she's saying this matter of factly. This is a lot of misinformation, and this is the danger in some of the things that she says. And I guarantee you, she will not answer this call. She would not get a lawyer on the line to say that this is workers' comp law. Yeah, a lawyer probably fought for someone after they signed out of work and it worked out for them, but this is not definite. This is not law. She's saying it like it's law. Like I said, she got her arms folded like she's Selena on Bonds, and she giving the impression her presentation is great. Her presentation is superb, but there's a lot of misinformation in the things that she say. Even when she talks about women's issues, it's mighty funny that she was not vocal for women's issues until she started running for president. Evangeline went with me to 2 Broadway MTA board meetings plenty of times. She did not speak on women's issues. She did not bring up women's issues. She did not do any of that. The person who was leading the charge on women's issues was Nuke McLaurin, Jocelyn McCray, and we had some other women sometime come up there and speak about the conditions of women's issues on the job. It was not Evangeline, right? It was even myself. In fact, here go. The MTA put me in a May 2019 book of me discussing and letting them know that women have an issue on this job. Yeah. Here go right here. Right. Yeah. Progressive Action made the May 2019 MTA board book. You see my name right there, Tramell Thompson with Progressive Action, commented on the light duty. I can't read everything there, but where was she on these women's issues? Like I said, it was Nuke McLaurin and Jocelyn McCray fighting for the women and other women who came with us to these MTA board meetings, who was actually fighting for women's issues. So really, Evangeline claim to flame is that she's fighting for women, and she's just doing it because she's running for president. So ulterior motive to it. When it wasn't election time, like Ferretti said, where was she?
See that?
Where was she? Where was she when it wasn't election time? And if you notice, guys, I'm not hating on her. I'm actually playing her own videos and showing how contradictory she is within her same live videos. Right? And I'm not done yet. Because this whole thing, I've been quiet for a very long time. And I'm not going to make this a back and forth thing, because us at Progressive Action, we actually focused on taking out the incumbents. Evangeline is not our enemy. John Ferretti is not my enemy, but I'm not going to allow them to kick dirt and continue to kick dirt and think that, I'm a punching bag and I'm not going to say anything and I'm not going to defend myself, with these egregious lies that's going on and being told. I'm just not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. We're going to play another video. We're going to play this video. And this is actually Evangeline. Someone sent me this video too. And they thought that she was still with Progressive Action. And I was like, nah, she ain't with Progressive Action. And I watched the video. I was like, wow. Why would she do that? So what she ended up doing was going to an Amazon rally. Now, everyone knows that Amazon is trying to unionize and, get the protection that they truly need. Now, I'm going to play this video and then I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on what she said. Check it out.
Fortunately for me, I am a member of a union, right? So it comes with all the rights and privileges of what a union is supposed to have. However, the same atrocities that have happened here at Amazon is currently happening in the MTA. right? So we have over 157 people dead during the pandemic. We were denied PPE in the early days of the pandemic. They broadcasted it. They told us we could not have PPE. If we wore masks, we would be penalized for it. They had us operate in full service through the whole entire pandemic. No hazard pay. Currently, our workers who work through the pandemic, who are continuously going out COVID and testing positive for COVID, are not even being reimbursed their wages. They're being made to use their own sick time. So if you think that Amazon is going through something without a union, imagine what they're going through without a union, and we have one, right? So this fight for organized labor is a real fight. We're calling for the resources to stand in solidarity with the Amazon workers. And to know.
Yeah, I can't believe what I just heard just now, to be honest with you. I really can't believe that she went there and said that craziness. So she literally went to an Amazon rally. Like I said, Amazon is attempting to unionize their workers. Some workers is on the fence. Some workers don't want a union. But she basically went to an Amazon rally a few months ago and said that imagine what MTA workers is going through with a union, and you guys don't have a union, right? Which didn't make no sense, right? Now, why would people who are skeptical about joining a union join a union after hearing her speech? Why would they want to give money out their paycheck to a union when she describes a union as our union, or a union period? Like, you sitting there with Amazon workers and telling them, hey, we getting treated the same way you're getting treated, and we have a union and you don't. Well, what I would say is, well, why am I going to have a union if your union can't protect you? Why would I have a union if your union can't do nothing for you? I'm not going to join no union. So you went to a Amazon rally thinking that you was going to give a moving speech to make people want to unionize. But to the intelligent people that were there, you basically told them, nah, no need to unionize, because you're going to get treated the same way with a union anyway. You're gonna say don't join no union because our union is bad. That's basically what she went there to say. But this is what happens when you don't have no think tank, when you don't have someone to bounce ideas off of, when you ain't got no one to sharpen you, who people just don't care, when you don't got intelligent people around you. This is what happens. This is what happens. That's not a message that you go to a rally that you want to get people to unionize, but you go there and tell them, hey, we getting treated the same way like you, and we got a union and you don't. Well, why am I unionized then? Thank you. Thanks for coming out. Yeah. I mean, yo, this is beyond ludicrous. This is beyond ludicrous. Now, at the end of the day, we do believe that we must come together. We got to come together, some form of fashion, right? There should only be two slates running in this election. There should be only two slates, but people, their ambitions is all over the place. People going to do what they want to do, and it don't really bother me if it's more slates. You just gotta work. You just gotta work, run, and do what you have to do. But for all these candidates who's running, you got to ask them, what have they done? What have they done to change things in their department? What have they done to change the trajectory of things to positively benefit transit workers? What have they done? There's a lot of misinformation out there. There's a lot of lies. There's a lot of deceit. And to the people who follow that, I get it. You guys just don't know better. You guys are seeking information. You seek information and you trust the person that's giving you the information. And a lot of the information I'm telling you is not correct. It's not correct. I personally, I'm going to be very honest with you guys. I personally think that I'm probably the most qualified person to run for president, but I'm not running. I'm not running for president, right? Especially and when you talk about RTO, I'm the most qualified person in RTO to run for any top 4 seat. I don't think that there's anyone more qualified who decided to unite the members, true unity, who actually did events, did actual rallies, fight the MTA every single day, media, everything, built my own media space. I think that really, if I decided to run for president, nobody would be more qualified than me. But unfortunately, in Local 100, anyone could say that they could run for president. I don't care who you is. You could wake up today and say, yo, I want to run for president. And that's what it be. You could run for president. There's no qualifications to run for president in Local 100. There's no qualifications to run for president in Local 100. You could literally say, hey, I'm a candidate. I'm running. I'm going to go build a team. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. Now, we wish her the best. We wish her the best. But we're not going to continue to play this game of this fake unity game, saying that we want to unite, and then every chance that we look is shots being thrown, because it was thought about that, let's sit down and let's talk on our end. But the shots never stopped. They never stopped throwing shots. So we was just like, nah, it just can't happen. It's just too toxic. We just left it alone. And all of this, she allows Ferretti to attack me when I haven't been attacking him. I've been responding to his subs. But I've been laser focused on not even lower management, not even supervision. I've been laser focused on high level management, executive management. I've been laser focused. I've been focused on that, right? Not throwing shots. I've been listening, taking it. But now I'm going to start calling people out who call me out. It's just how it is. But we ain't going to make this a back and forth. We're not going to make this a back and forth. We're getting back to doing what we're doing. We're getting back to educating the members. So don't think that we're going to be going back and forth or any of that. But Evangeline, definitely, she has a lot of drive. She's very ambitious, but she has a lot of homework to do. She would not be ready on day one to lead this union. I don't know what day she would be ready until she actually do the work, the real homework. We're not talking about doing what people told you and summarizing a passage and you start repeating it verbatim. We're not talking about that. We're talking about actually picking up the contract, studying it, reading it, bouncing it off of other people. Make sure that you're interpreting it right. We talking about the real sacrifice, the sacrifice that I put in to build progressive action, days of not sleeping, spending a whole bunch of money, rallies, having the greatest set of individuals to work with. My team is doing an excellent job out there, and it is what it is. And not for nothing, it seemed as if she got some smart people around her. I don't think that dude, Jamel Nichols, I don't think that he's an idiot. I think I listened to one of his videos. I think a couple of his videos I listened to. I could tell that he reads. I could tell that he interprets well. He analyzes. He delivered a message. Good. Monotone. Don't get people involved, but he delivers the message pretty well. Maybe he should be running for president on her slate. I like him. I think that he gives out good information when he does give out information. But I think that he should be running for president because I see that it seems as if he put in the work and things of that nature. But nah, we're going to unite in some form or fashion. But I don't think that Evangeline and Ferretti should be the ones crying that we need to unite and then 1 minute bashing the people that they want to unite with. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. It's a lot of work to do. I don't know when she's going to be ready, but she's not ready this year to lead the union until she start putting in the real work, start really educating the members and getting on her job. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. You know, if you want to run for president, hey, I'll let you announce it on the show. I'm talking about anyone else. This is how easy it is. You want to run for president, just say you want to run for president. I'll let you announce it on the show. That's how easy it is. There's no requirements. There's no prerequisite. There's no nothing. Evangeline is not even a shop steward. It's not even a shop steward. But that's how easy it is to run for president. Just be loud, speak with confidence, speak with authority, and you can run for president. That's how easy it is here. That's how easy it is here. And you want to know what? I feel like it's my fault because she was on a team and I make things look easy. I make things look really easy. I make things look like, hey, I could do that. But people don't really know the hard work, the dedication, and the sacrifice that goes into this. They really don't know. The days of not sleeping, the days of actually falling asleep with the contract on my chest. I spent hours on the phone talking to Roger Toussaint in the beginning of Progressive Action. Hours on the phone, picking his brain. And it was very difficult to talk to him at first because I didn't know the stuff. And it seemed like he expected me to know it and I didn't know it. But he challenged me to put in the work to be the next leader in this union. He challenged me to do that. Right? There was a lot that went into this whole thing. Talking on the phone with my cousin, we talking about at least 6 hours a day. Him educating me on the players and who's who and how this work in buses and this, that. It was a lot of work that went in. A lot of work that went in. A lot of sleepless nights. And I do make this look easy. I do make this look easy. But people think that they could just wake up and run for president because they loud, they speak with authority and confidence. They think that it's not that easy. It's my fault. I apologize, guys. I definitely apologize. Well, look, while I got you guys' attention, right? We are doing an assault march Friday, August 6, 2021, 9 a.m. at City Hall Park. This time we moving it to City Hall. We are doing it with riders groups this time. We are speaking to them, working things out. We need the workers to come out and definitely support this. This is for us. We are getting our butts kicked on the job, and we must continue to create awareness of our issues. We must continue to create awareness on our issues. But like I said, yeah, we wish everyone the best. We not wishing anyone any ill will. We're not uniting. So stop trying to name drop Progressive Action or my name every chance you get. We're not talking about nobody unless they talking about us. We're not signing up with anything negative. We want to move in the right direction and give these members the leadership that they deserve. That's what we want to do. And that's what we're going to stay laser focused on. And that's what it is. And like I said, since Ferretti is so mad and upset that I put my Cash App on the screen and my PayPal on the screen, I need you guys to donate to the Cash App. The Cash App is Progressive Action 100 with the $sign in front. The PayPal is Progressive Action. And the Patreon, if you want to donate every month, is in the link of this video. So you could donate whichever way you want. It goes to Progressive Action. It goes to this platform. It keeps this open. What they say, it keeps the lights on. But yeah, we wish everyone the best. Be very careful of the information that you hear. If you're unsure, you can hit me. I always normally send receipts with everything that I do. I post receipts on the show with everything that I do. We're not giving out misinformation. We're giving out the correct information. We wish y'all the best. We catch y'all later. Peace. And for the record,